You are watching The Female Show with Nana Adjoa Sifa. This is The Female Show, the show that nails the exceptional stories of females in the agribusiness and food industry. You are watching The Female Show with Nana Adjoa Sifa.
A very warm welcome to The Female Show. I'm excited to meet you again. I hope you enjoyed your week. I hope you enjoyed your day. And I am excited, super excited that you're here today watching us. This is The Female Show, the only show in the world right now that mails the exceptional stories of women or females in the food and agribusiness industry. My guest today, oh my, you can't wait to hear from her. So before I do that, you are live on Richmore Media. Richmore Media is on YouTube, so please subscribe to Richmore Media on YouTube. Follow us on Facebook and listen to the radio. So Richmore Radio, right here in London. My guest today is from Nigeria, and she is a veterinary doctor. She is also an agribusiness woman, right from Ogun State in Nigeria. In 2022, she received the Sustainable Agribusiness Award of the Year in Africa. Ooh. She is the co-founder of Farm 360 and Farm 360 Foodland. The business is into the production, processing, and marketing of broiler, catfish, and veggies. She has employed over 160 young people. Wow. And 60% of her workforce are women. Wow. This is amazing. She's also looking at engaging more smallholder farmers who raise broilers while she offtakes from them. That's solving the problems of their access to profitable markets. Wow. Hello, Omotola.
Hello, Nana. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. And how is Nigeria?
Yeah, we're doing well here in Nigeria, apart from the election that we just concluded.
Tell me about the election. We want to know because, as agribusiness people, as business women, the elections also have effect on us, on our businesses. So tell me about the Nigerian elections because we were all waiting for it. We were all waiting for the results. I didn't sleep that night.
Oh.
Because I believe that once Nigeria, the giant in Nigeria is able to wake up, Africa will rise. So tell me.
Well, the election has been concluded, and we have our president now as Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and we are praying for better governance, such that when we have good governance in Nigeria, it will allow for businesses to thrive. And when business thrives, especially the exchange rates, interest rates, once those become stable, then
Wow. So as I was saying, Omotola is
investment opportunities. But
she's a veterinary doctor, and I was going to ask her. So if you're here, I'm asking you, after all these elections that now we are back to business, okay? You are still on the farm. It's either you're on the farm or you are at the veterinary clinic. So why would a veterinary doctor become a farmer? Why did you decide to go into the agribusiness sector? I know that veterinary is somehow related to agribusiness, but why did you decide to go into agribusiness? You are a professional, trained veterinary doctor. So, Dr. Omotola, pardon me, I didn't use your title.
Oh.
So, Dr. Omotola, yeah. Why did you decide to go into agribusiness in the first place?
I have interest in agriculture as a child. I must say, a child that grew up with a grandmother in the village, and living with my grandmother, I realized that majority of all what we consume, we barely buy them from the farm because we have them all cultivated at our backyard, from our chicken to our egg, vegetables, and the likes. And the amazing part for me then was watching all of these animals breed and reproduce. So during festival period, we'll end up, selling some to our neighbors or giving them as gifts. And the interesting part also for me then was when we have to prepare any of these livestock and they find their way into my plate. They are super tasty and fresh. So that has actually ignited my agricultural skills that since young that immediately I graduated as a veterinary doctor from school, I quickly have my home farm and I started with 100 beds. And today the rest is history.
Okay, so you grew up with it. It was like a
Yeah,
way of life for you, a
for
culture.
me,
So
yeah.
agriculture for you. Was your mom a farmer or your father a farmer? I mean, why
None
did
of
you get
them
that
were,
input
were
from?
farmers, but my grandmother was
Oh,
actually a farmer. Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So
So
okay. So tell me, as what is Farm 360 all about? And I'm curious. Why did you even decide to name your farm Farm 360?
okay, the name came from the fact that I want to do a 360 agriculture such that it will be sustainable, where I can
What does
use
it mean? Sorry to butt in, but what does it mean? They're 360, so we don't know. I don't know what 360 is about. What does it mean? The 360 agriculture.
yes. So it means okay, I want to plant vegetables. I also want to grow fish. I also want to go into livestock. So I can use the water from the fish to wet my vegetables to give them nutrient to grow. I can feed some of the intestines um from my chicken to my fish. So it's like what do you call it, an integrated farm, so to say. So that thought came to my mind when I was discussing with my husband. Okay, what do we name this farm? So we want to do all forms of agriculture. So the name 360. So it became an integrated farm, and we are into production of broiler type bird, catfish, as well as vegetables. We planted vegetables in greenhouses, different kind of exotic vegetables such as capsicums in varieties of colors. We also planted habaneros. We have cucumbers, eggplants, and so on and so forth. So we process our chicken, we package them, yeah, and then they are ready for the market by within 6 weeks of raising them to moving them to the processing plant where they are dressed and packaged. By the next day they are ready for the market. Then our catfish as well, we hatch them ourselves from from nursery. Then from 3 weeks, they are moved to the main tank, and we specialize basically in melange type catfish. This is the kind of fish that everybody like to order for in Nigeria because these sizes are used for smoked type of catfish, especially. So there is huge market for it, and that's why we specialize in melange type of fish as well. Then our vegetables, we process some of them into paste, some dry, and so on and so forth. So we add value to what we produce basically in Farm 360. So that's what we do in Farm
Yeah.
360.
And I can hear your children at the background. That's the beauty of motherhood. That's nice. So yeah, you mentioned your husband. How are you able to juggle? And I can hear your children, obviously. So how are you able to juggle all these and marriage? Because it's not really easy as a married woman. and at the same time being a veterinary doctor and an agribusiness entrepreneur. Tell us, how do you juggle all this?
Honestly, well, I know it's not easy trying to combine being a wife, a mom, and also a businesswoman, But for me, I must say that as women, God gave us superpowers, and that is the ability for us to be able to multitask. So I would say I have good support system. My husband is a very good supporting. He supports me so much in this business because, of course, he's my co-founder. When I have to travel, he ensures that he's available to, help me put the home together. And what I do basically is to focus on the plan, and organize myself and try to execute on that particular plan. And when I have to travel, I just have to let out the guilt that I'm not with family. So that's how I've been doing it basically.
Oh, then there is no stress because you have a strong support system. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So what would you encourage women, especially women entrepreneurs, because we are speaking mainly to women, to have that kind of support system?
Okay. So I would say as women, we should stop pretending. Whenever we need help, we should ask for one. And I'm sure you will get one because there is need for us to have this support system so that we can do a lot and
But
achieve
how do
all the
you
things
how
we
do
have
you
planned.
how do you ask for one? How do you look for support systems? So, for example, I know some women who don't want to get married. Okay, so if you don't want to get married, how do you get that kind of support system? Or
Okay.
you don't? Yeah, go on.
Okay, if you don't want to get married, then yes, you have people around you. You have friends, you have neighbors, you have people you could pay something to help you do one or two things, so that at least you can multi-task all of these things and get things done as you want it, because you can't cut yourself into two or three. Yeah, we have to be sincere with ourselves. So if you can pay somebody to help you do something, pay and get it done and move. Basically, that's what I see.
Pay. I have this philosophy in life that you have to pay for help, pray for help, and ask for help. So if you know you can't, I mean, obviously you can't do it all. We all can't do it all. So you need to pay for help, be prepared to pay for help, then pray for help and ask. So the asking is about the support system that you're talking about, which I really believe in. Now let's delve deeper. Let's go into your business as an entrepreneur. How is your everyday life like? When you wake up in the morning, what do you do? How is a typical day for you?
Oh, well, for me, it has been a roller coaster journey. I can't say entrepreneurship is easy, neither can I say it's difficult. It depends on how you have planned your day to look like. Like when I wake up in the morning, the first thing I do, try to get the kids ready for school. And once they are going to school, I'm also heading to my farm. So that is what I do every day. And maybe because my grandma has, put that in me that every morning before you go to school, because if I go to school as a young child, I first go to the backyard to feed the livestock there and also clean the pen before I go to school. So that for me has been a routine, and maybe that is why it's something that I find it easy to do as it is right now. So every morning while the children are heading to school, my husband going to, maybe sometimes we go to the farm together or I go alone, and that's it. Then I come back around the time they will be closing for school, then we all come back home together. So entrepreneurship is not a difficult thing to do, but you have to have a plan, organize yourself, and focus on that plan. So that's it for me.
You know why I keep laughing? Because
Why?
I'm just surprised you're saying it's not difficult, because I find it really difficult. I've been an entrepreneur for 10 years and I still find it difficult. Like any day I wake up, this thing is really difficult. Just yesterday, I was talking to my fellow founder. She was like, no, I think we need to go get a 9 to 5 job because this is really difficult. So I'm
No,
just
no, no.
happy.
Of course,
I'm,
that part is there.
I'm happy
It's,
that you,
I cried sometimes. I've had to cry into my pillow many times, as an entrepreneur, because you get so confused. You don't even know if you should go forward or even quit and say, I'm not even doing anything again. I'm tired. Let me go and get something doing. Those times will definitely come. But as entrepreneurs, we need to persevere. We need to build resilience. And I think with that, we'll be able to move on, but as day goes by, basically, yeah.
yeah. So apart from being, you mentioned support system. Now you mentioned being organized. Apart from all these things, I've met young people. Yeah, a lot of young people who want to be entrepreneurs, who want to start their own businesses, especially agribusinesses, the trend now in Africa. And sometimes, to be honest, I tell them you don't really need to start your own business.
You
you
don't want to
know.
start.
So yes, no. Sometimes I just want to be honest with them, especially if they're in a well-paid job. I
Yeah.
ask them, why do you want to be an entrepreneur? Though it's a way forward, why do you want to be an entrepreneur? Yeah. And then I try, because I mentor a lot of young people, I try to let them know that it's not all rosy. It's a beautiful thing to do, it's a beautiful thing to get, it's a beautiful thing to be. I got, I'm an entrepreneur,
Yeah.
my own boss, but it's
Yeah.
not all rosy. So what advice, yeah, will you give to such people? Now, entrepreneurship is the trend now. We are all pushing people to go into entrepreneurship. We want them to be entrepreneurs. What advice will you give to such people, apart from the support system they should have?
Okay. So, like I said, the first thing, if you want to be an entrepreneur, especially in agribusiness, my advice is first, you need to know you need to have the technical know-how of that business you want to venture into. So you need to find someone that is into that business that can mentor you so that you won't make mistakes. Because once you run into trouble, I tell you, it might be difficult for you to get up again. So first, you must have the technical know-how. Then, secondly, you should also be able to build perseverance. Like I said earlier, you must be able to build perseverance because it takes time for business to grow. It takes time, so you have to keep plowing back your profit into your business. Then I also let them have an open mind to know that this word that we use freely on the street, like that is your own business, will come to play because when the challenges come, it is actually your business. Nobody will help you. So you have to ensure that you work on it on yourself, you keep going, don't give up. It's the right thing to do. You can dream as much as you want. It's your business. Focus on your business, and I tell you, you're going to win eventually. That's my advice for the young ones.
Great, you're going to win eventually, and then you need to learn from people who have already walked that through. So that's about mentorship, right? As
Yeah.
an entrepreneur, you need to get a mentor. So how do we find these mentors? Do you have a mentor?
Yes, I do.
You do,
I
and do
have
you
a
mentor
mentor.
people?
Yes, I have one or two people I mentor as well. Yeah.
So how do we? So if a young person is listening, if a woman in agribusiness is listening, if a man in agribusiness is listening, how do we get mentors? Do you have any idea? You have some resources to share.
Okay. Like if you're listening to me, you can reach out to if you like what I'm doing, you can reach out to me, and if I'm sure that you really are interested in this business that I'm doing, why I will mentor you. I found my mentor, maybe luckily because I did my youth service with her in a pharmaceutical company, is a veterinary pharmaceutical company, and I had the opportunity to interface with a lot of farmers while I was there. So before the end of my youth service, she asked me, "What would you do after youth service? What would you want to do?" And I said, "I want to go into farming." I said it straight. And guess what? She helped me, with a small farm just beside the office, and she mentored me through on how to raise broilers. And I think so. I guess I was lucky. Yeah, and since then she's been my mentor. We talk every day till now. We talk about virtually everything. Like, yeah, apart from even work. Yeah.
Great. And now, to add to what you just said, there are so many online resources. You don't need to meet somebody in person to ask them to mentor you. There's so many opportunities. So if you want to be an agribusiness entrepreneur, if you want to go into agribusiness, this is the time, because now there are so many opportunities. I see opportunities every day. So I need to make good use of these opportunities. Now let's come back to Farm 360. I really love the name. So you are doing an integrated farming. So you have a farm, you have a crop farm, you have a poultry, you have cat or fish farming. Yeah. And then how does it work? Can you throw more light on it? Like, how does all these
Okay.
integration work? If
Like
somebody's listening,
our
into the
broiler farm, we are currently on our 750,000 broiler beds per circle. So we have demand for that basically because we supply the restaurants, the food service operators, like the eateries, hotels. Then we have another outlet, which is the Farm 360 Foodland, where people can walk into the outlet to pick our farm produce fresh. So when we grow our chicken from dayhood, at about 6 weeks, they will be ready they will have attained a size of about 2 kg. Then we move them to the processing plant. At the processing plant, we, slaughter, we eviscerate, after which we blast freeze. By the next day, they are ready for the market to package. That is for the chicken. As for our catfish, we hatch them ourselves from nursery. We After 3 weeks, they are moved to the major tank. At 3 months, they are ready for smoking. Like just about 40% of our fish, we are actually on about 1 million capacity per cycle right now. So 40% of our catfish are smoked, while 60% are sold as fresh just at the farm gate. We have people coming from different parts of Nigeria to buy our catfish, live catfish. So they too will go to a particular place in an area called Makoko, where they will go and smoke it, then they export it to different parts of the country. Then our vegetables as well, we plant our vegetables in greenhouses. So we try to have vegetables all around the year since it's under controlled environment. So all of these items, we also sell them at our Foodland, which is Farm 360 Foodland. It's like a baby of Farm 360. So the Foodland is our outlet where we sell all of these items.
Is it like a
fresh.
restaurant or?
Yes, we also have a restaurant on Foodland as well. I don't
Wow, I
want
want to
like to
visit. I want to
mention
visit.
that part of my business.
I really want to come there.
So we'll give you everything. It's a place where you eat everything fresh. If you want it raw, we give it to you fresh. If you want
Wow.
it prepared as well, we also do that. So that's what we do because
So
I
you have
bet
the
farm
farm, you
Yeah.
process it, they come to buy at the farm gate. Do you have some in the shops? You have
Yes,
some of it. Mm.
yes. Our chicken we supply to supermarkets. We supply to like cold room operators as well. They also redistribute our products. So we sell to shops as well.
And then you have
So
the restaurant up there.
yes, also have a restaurant where we also add value to it and to what our
And
kids
all
will
the
eat.
things from the restaurant are from the farm. So fresh from the farm.
Well, not all the veggies we'll be using, the
All the
chicken we'll be
vegetables.
using, the fish we'll be using are from the farm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. That is really interesting.
Thank you.
Wow. So you said your husband is a co-founder. I've heard these stories. How partners, how couples are able to run businesses successfully. How long have you been doing this together?
Over 10 years now.
Ooh. So how do you manage? Because sometimes you know that there will be that power struggle. Okay, I'm the husband here. Hello, let her come. We need to see such stories. We need to hear such stories. It's very normal. Okay, let her come. It's normal. I
Okay.
mean, that's the beauty of motherhood. We don't need. I don't believe that we need to hide our kids.
Anyway.
If she wants to come, that's fine. But I mean, we need to protect her anyway. So that's fine. And so, how do you do it? How do you balance it? There's is that part struggle. Sometimes that's your husband think, okay, I'm the husband here. So, or you try to separate business from marriage. How do you do it? Because I've seen couples break up because of such things.
People ask me this question a lot, that how do you
Mhm.
manage as couples and you run business together and all of that? I say, well, when it comes to business, we head on straight, like, oh, this is business, because I handle the marketing and the sales part of the business, and he handles the strategic part of the business. He's an accountant. He manages, he sees the figures even before we start. Then he also monitors how the money comes in, though I bring in the sales. So by the time we are discussing business, I'm wearing the hat of a businesswoman, is wearing the hat of a businessman, and we are discussing business straight head on. Then by the time we remove that cap again, we switch back to be husband and wife. So that's how we've been running the business. So it's not a joke.
I need an advice from you because you have been doing this for 10 good years.
Yeah.
Running business with your husband for 10 years. What advice will you give? I personally, I don't want to run my business with my husband. I don't.
I can
Okay.
imagine. Yeah, sometimes.
So,
Yeah,
what
sometimes
advice?
it can be really tough and frustrating and say, oh God, why? Because you have to answer so many questions, and he too will have to answer so many questions about the business, basically. So the advice is that we need to be patient as women. You need to be patient with one another. Okay, if you are discussing business, let it be on the business angle, and you need to be open as husband and wife to each other, like, okay, this is what we are doing and this is how we are going to go about doing it. There's nothing to hide at all. If that does not come to play, then there's no cause for alarm. Everything will be fine. And I tell you, if you are going to be running business as couples, it moves faster. I tell you, it has a lot of advantage. Basically, that's what I see to it. I think it has more advantage than disadvantage.
But I think that the challenge will be when you are starting, when you are just starting, because
Yes,
entrepreneurship
difficult.
needs a lot of time, lots of resources like money as well. So if you're starting and you're all entrepreneurs, won't it affect your cash flow, so your family cash flow and your business cash flow?
You know, you interchange things. Okay, today you'll be the one to be on the farm. This is ABC of things I need to do on the farm. I won't be able to go today because of this. You should go there and help me oversee some of all of these things. So that's how we've been running it. Why even when we started the farm 10 years back. So we don't have to go there together sometimes. Even now, well, you need to put in the hard work from the beginning, no doubt. But you need to support each other. Okay, today, tomorrow, I may have to be the one to go, like that. But now, even in the last, say, 1 month, I've not been on the farm. It's been the one doing it. So it's just like that. So I work from home. Since we are able to, put in things that could help, like you just build structures, basically structures.
I'm sure my viewers are and listeners are really learning, especially if you're a couple and you want to run business together. There are so many points to pick from what you have shared. If you just joined us, this is Richmore Media, and the female show is live on Richmore Media. We're talking to Dr. Omotola. She is a veterinary doctor and agribusinesswoman. So she has a farm, and the farm is called 360. No, Farm 360. The farm has a crop farm. It has poultry. It has a restaurant. I am interested in the restaurant because of the food. Okay. Doctor, I'm calling you doctor. What do you do at your veterinary office or wherever, hospital or clinic? What do you do?
So what do I do? I didn't get that.
When you put on your veterinary hat, what do you do?
Yeah, funny enough, I still practice as a vet. As a matter of fact, I still practice. I have clients that, so by the time by weekends, basically, or in the evening when I'm back home, I wear the cap of a veterinary doctor. Because I have clients that I do house calls for. So I still go to see their pets, being their cats or their dogs. So I still practice as a vet. I am not, my skill is still there, basically. So sometimes I still do it. In fact, I have jabbed today, as a matter of fact. So,
So you take care of your pets.
yes. So on the
You are
farm,
your
as the
best doctor.
veterinary doctor of the farm, I ensure strict biosecurity basically on the farm because I believe in prevention before cure. So I need if you are able to, take care of the biosecurity and it's strict enough, no animal will fall sick at all. So that I ensure that everybody abides by that, and that have helped us to prevent diseases. We barely have, have to treat, infections on our farm because we believe so much in biosecurity. And I'm also in charge of safety and hygiene, quality assurance. After they must have finished processing the chicken, I ensure that okay, this is the quality that we want. I oversee to that as well as the being the sales and marketing person as well to oversee that as well. So basically, those are the things I do on my farm. But when I'm at home, weekends, I just animals. Yeah.
So you're a veterinary doctor, you still practice, you are a farmer, you are a wife, you are a mother. Do you cook at your restaurant?
Yes. Sometimes,
You
yeah.
do.
We have recipe which I've taught people on how to go about doing it now. But sometimes I feel like entering into the kitchen, I get a apron and I cook. Yeah.
So do you get time for yourself?
I try to create my own time. I try to create time for myself. Some weekends, I just feel like, oh, today, this is my time. Maybe I want to go hang out with friends. I have about 2 or 3 friends that we book time to go out. We will go out, we gist, we unwind and, dine, then come back home. That I do sometimes. Yeah. So basically,
So
I can't hear you. You're muted.
I love to talk to women like yourself who have walked the talk. And I can clearly see that you have been there. So I'm taking points from you, and I know that my viewers and listeners are also listening and learning. Now, you talked about taking care of yourself. We see young people dying, especially entrepreneurs, unfortunately, because we don't have time for ourselves. what advice will you give? I mean, after getting all the money, after getting all the fame, and you don't enjoy, you don't get to enjoy, what's the point? So, what advice will you give?
Okay, for women, my advice for people is that we need to really take care of ourselves, despite the fact that we work really, really hard. As women, sometimes we get carried away just working and working ourselves out. We need to create time for ourselves. You can have one or two friends that you could, schedule time with. You go out once in a while. It could be once in a month, or even twice in a month, or even quarterly in a year. Just create that time for yourself to have fun, because we need to have fun. Otherwise, we'll fall ill if we don't do that. Because after making all the money, and at the end of the day, you are treating, being depressed. Because, of course, I feel if you keep working without resting, when we get depressed one day, you know. And my advice for you is to be selfish with yourself. Create that time for yourself. Like, this is my time, and I need it for myself. Not even with the children, or Ubi, like you create their own time too, but your own time should be created as well. And you have to be selfish about it. Otherwise, you will never get it.
I love that. Yeah, and I agree with you. That we need to create that me time, and that time is for you alone.
Yeah.
You need to rest. You need to take good care of yourself. You need to have those routine checkups, because you're not a machine. You are human. Even machines do break down, don't they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the rest too.
Yeah. Okay, so we have some videos of Farm 360 that we want to show our viewers. But before that, if where exactly in Nigeria are you? Ogun? Is it Ogun? Ogun
I think
State. Where is the farm located in
okay,
Nigeria?
in Ogun State, Nigeria. In Ogun
Ogun
State.
State. So if we are looking for your produce, where do we go?
We have two outlets in Lagos, Nigeria. Apart from the farm in Ogun State, we have two of our outlets in Lagos, Farm 360 Foodland, one in Surulere, Lagos, and one in Abuja, and one in Yaba. Then we have another one in Abuja, Nigeria, which is in Iju Industrial Area in Abuja. So if you want our products, you can always get it from there. So we are looking at penetrating the north, especially Sokoto and Kaduna soon, if we are able to expand our product. Yeah.
How is the chicken process? What is the final product? Is it like into sausage or like corn chicken? Okay, so I'm still talking to Dr. Omotola, who is a veterinary doctor and a farmer, as well as now I can call you a cook or a chef.
Yeah.
Okay, so she has been doing this for 10 years with her husband. That's what intrigues me most. So we are going to show you some of her works, and I hope that this will be a good.
Yeah, mated.
The fish, right? So that's the fish farm.
Yes, those are the fish tanks.
The fish tank. That's huge.
Thank
So
you.
how many fingerlings, or how do we call them?
We
Fish
have
finger.
about 50,000 fish in one tank. 50,000 in each of the tanks. Yeah, that's the capacity. Yeah.
Wow! 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 And yeah. Okay. So how long does it take to get the fish, like real fish to eat? I see only tiny, tiny things roaming in the tank. How long does it take?
Okay, for you to have a table size fish, it takes about 5 months. But the one I specialize in is melange type. That is just for 3 months. The one we use for cat smoke type, the type that you smoke. So I like to quickly produce and put it back again. Return back the money, quickly produce.
Wow.
The same thing for the chicken. So that's why, and because of the demand for the melange type of catfish, for me it's faster and the demand is higher. So why I'm doing melange type
And it takes 3 months.
3 months, every 3 months.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So this money, okay, do you need money? Because I've heard many motivational speakers saying you don't need money to start a business. Okay. What do you need? Do you need money? Do you need money to start a business? Because how can you buy this truck? How can you buy these things? How can you? I mean, without money.
Well, in the real sense, we need money to start business. But it's just that we don't have to need plenty money to start a business because it would be risky to, just pour in all the money you have into the business you because you have to first test the water. Like I told you, I started with just 100 chicken when we started our farm, and then we grew it gradually from there. So do you need money to start a business? Yes, but you need to start small. Just start small, test it. Once you're able to do it right, plug back the money into the business. And for me, I think what we did was to, we were able to get one or two. We have crowdfunding platform where we have people that believed in what we were doing, and they were able to trust us with their money, and we share profits at some point. Except for now that we have little challenges due to government policies, but they've been with us for a long time, and I'm so sure that we'll overcome soon.
Hello. We have a guest. Okay, that's really interesting. But definitely, you need money to start a business. So if you're a young person or if you want to start your own business, you need to start saving, right? You don't just get up one day and say, "I'm going to start a business" without having to. You're going to give up eventually if you don't see money coming in.
So,
Yeah. Okay. Hello. Isn't that lovely?
oh my God.
That's not. That's fine. That's fine.
Sorry.
Okay. All right. So, who started this? Is it you or your husband?
What?
Who
What's the
started?
question?
Where did this idea come from? So you said you because you live with your grandmom, you got that interest. I mean, the
Okay. Yeah.
interest.
Oh, it was
But so
my
who?
idea.
Your idea, and your
It was
husband
my
joined in.
idea, and it's supported. And I started with the 100 chicken, and after I raised them and I saw how it supported me in selling it. It was selling the 100 chicken. That is another story because it wasn't easy because I grew them live for festival period. Then I decided to sell to the local market women before the date that they will be ready. I took a sample to the women to see the chicken I want to sell to them, and we agreed on a particular price. I think 1,700 then. Do you know that after the chicken were ready, I put the chicken in my car, even with my first baby, then a child, and drove to these women. And on getting to them, they just changed the whole story. Like they can't buy the chicken for 170. Like they are able to sell it at just 700 naira. They can buy.
Wow.
I almost went mad. Like, are you kidding me? Oh, we are dead. And they knew that the chicken, they are tired, they are panting already, and maybe I will have to sell it just to them because I can't take them back to the farm because the farm is quite far to where I wanted to sell. And I called my husband. I said, "Darling, I don't understand anymore. Maybe I'll just dump all this chicken here and start coming home because I'm tired. But this woman, what they're saying,
That is
just come
really
home with the
interesting.
chicken. Just come home with the chicken." I said, "Are you sure? But there's no farm at all." So as I drove back home. I was crying. I was down. I was crying on the steering. In traffic, people were looking at me. Are you sure? Are you okay? Are you okay? I was just crying. I was tired. On getting home, I met him with a huge pot of water. Like, I said, Tola, you know what? We are going to slaughter all of this bird tonight. And we're going to call all our friends and families and tell them that we have chicken. Thank God it was even festival period. The next day is supposed to be Christmas. So that was how we turned to Boko Haram of chicken that night.
I love this.
Yes, slaughtering and slaughtering. And we were calling our friends and they bought at premium prices. Even 2.5, we were able to sell at 2.5 to them. Process them, we call some young people in the neighborhood to help us do deliveries, and it was fun. So we made profit, and it was like, oh, I think this is a good business. I can support it. And that was how we
So
started
that's how he joined.
enjoyed. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Was he in a full-time job or
Yes, it
he
was in a full-time
and
job
he left
then.
the job and joined you?
Yes, and
Isn't that
2 years
lovely?
ago he left the job and we are doing it now together. 2 years ago.
Uh,
Yeah.
okay. All right. So these are some of your products. Um. So what is this? Is this the chicken?
Yeah, this is the package for our chicken. They will be in the own pack, and this is the bag of chicken. So I'm saying in the bag.
Oh.
Yeah, each
Okay.
of them 10,
So
depending on the
how
size,
how much
different
is
cost.
this? Hmm? Okay.
Okay, now a kg of chicken is 2,400 retail price. Wholesale is 2,200 no
Okay.
per kg of chicken. So it's
Okay.
packed in 10 kg size.
Hmm.
So depending, we pack chicken wings. These are whole chicken type. We have chicken thighs, chicken gizzard, chicken wing, the boneless breast, different cut as you like it.
So you have gizzard here.
Packed separately, but it's not in
Okay.
this. This
Okay.
is old chicken type.
Wow. And what is this?
And this is
Oh,
the
this is a
smoked
fish.
catfish I'm talking
Okay,
about.
the catfish.
Yes,
Oh,
it's well smoked and it's tasty. You can finish it just by snacking on it. Yeah,
mm.
by getting into your pot.
And that's the chicken as well, yeah?
Yeah, of the chicken.
And you work with all these people.
Yeah, these are some of my stuff. Like I said, I have 60% of women working with me because I want, because gender. We are trying to encourage gender. I'm gender biased. I'm not trying to say I'm gender biased,
You're like
but
me, yeah? Go girl.
so I just believe that women, if you empower a woman, you have empowered the whole family. So
So how do
for
you
me,
manage how do you manage your team? You have quite a large number, so 160. How do you manage all of that?
We have head of different departments as well. We have people in accounts, people that in fisheries, people in poultry, and people that work on the vegetable farm. So they also have their own supervisor that they report to. So the supervisor will also report back to us. So that's how we run the farm. So when we are there, we also oversee to some of the things they do. Basically, it's not been easy, but with God, yeah.
And you recently received an award. Tell us about this award.
Wow.
Is it sustainable
Yeah,
woman of the year?
this is an award I got from Guzakuza in Ghana. I got an award for Sustainable Agribusiness Award, and this award came to me as something that was shocking because it proves that people are actually seeing what we are doing. That means that we can't. This is not the time to give up on our business. It proves that Africa is actually watching, not just the shore of Nigeria now. So for me, it means that we will keep working harder to rise above the bar for other people to be able to emulate. Yeah, thank you. I'm muted.
I don't know why I keep doing this to myself and to my viewers.
Yeah.
I apologize sincerely because I'm all over the place now. I'm getting inspired, I'm getting motivated, I'm getting all the positivity, all the positive words and vibes. Thank you very much, Dr. Omotola. In case you just joined us, this is the female show, the only show in the world now that mails the exceptional stories of females in the food and agribusiness sector. Now you can attest to this that Omotola is doing amazing and she has an exceptional story. She's taking us through her journey. We've listened to her journey, her veterinary work, her agribusiness work, her farm, her restaurant, her husband. She's taking us to her home. We've seen her kids. you know. So I mean, thank you very much. Do you have any last words in case somebody wants to be like you? No, not like you. Somebody wants to go into entrepreneurship. Somebody wants to be a veterinary doctor. Somebody wants to get you are fully, but you are 360. You as a human being are 360. You are fully packed, right? So in case somebody wants to start their business with their partners, with their spouses, in case they want to start a farm, in case they want to start a restaurant, in case they want to do that integrated thing, in case they want to be veterinary doctors, what's last word do you have for them?
Okay. My last word to our viewers is to say that you believe in yourself. You can be whatever you want to be. Don't let anybody say you can't. Don't limit yourself. Just be focused. If you want to be, you can be whoever you want to be. That's what I can say to you. As a young person, just dream and work towards achieving your dream. And I think I can tell you the sky is the limit. Yes, challenges will come. I won't say I'm not going through challenges right now. I am going through a lot of challenges in the business, but you can't give up on your business and you can't give up on yourself. Just keep going, and I know that one day we'll get to wherever we want to get to as women. And as female, you need to be able to start speaking up for yourself more. That I tell women, we should be able to speak up. We need to use our intelligence. We need to use our knowledge to start speaking up more for ourselves in order to change the world. Thank you.
Wow, I can't even speak again. I'm speechless. Thank you very much for letting us through your journey, for letting us know you better. Um, Thank you to our viewers. We have some comments on YouTube. So we have Grace Ampofu greeting us. She said greetings. Gitio Mensan said very good advice if you want to be your own boss. Elizabeth Opoku said interesting truth talk. We have Hannah Bima also saying God bless you for bringing out this program. So I'm also saying God bless you, Omotola, for showing up. Thank you very much. So this is that female show. Thank you very much for watching. You're live on Richmore Media, Richmore Radio, Richmore on YouTube, Richmore on Facebook. If you have not yet subscribed, please just go to our YouTube channel and subscribe. If you are on Facebook, kindly follow us on Facebook, Richmore Media, and we will definitely bring you the best of the best. We have amazing programs lined up, and please stay tuned and enjoy yourself. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.
This is the Female Show with Nana Adjoa Sifa. You are watching the Female Show with Nana Adjoa Sifa.